Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to each and every one of you. Ooh, bring that up. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in to the live stream. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to start like we do with the show every single time, whether it's in the day or the night. We're going to add that lemon to the water. We're going to decalcify that pineal gland. If you don't know what I'm saying, Google it, look it up. It'll send you on a journey of journeys. You'll learn about near-death experiences, UFOs, and so many other things that'll open up your mind and bring you probably to Coral Castle, Edgar Casey, and more. Shout out to Ed Lead Scalene. Shout out to each and every one of you. If you know who Ed Lead Scalene is, put your hand up. Put your hand up. If you know who Ed Lead Scalene is, Scalene, Ed Lead Scalene, however you got to say it, there's different pronunciations. Put your hand up. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for getting your brain opened up to the knowledge. I've been trading for 15 years. All right, I started buying and selling stocks when I was young, around 23 to 25 years old. I then got into gold and silver ETFs. I started acquiring gold and silver. I felt like there was going to be a financial crisis. I was nervous. I was scared. I then began, I was actually, I'll be honest. I then began learning that once I got the knowledge, I wouldn't be so scared. I know my shirt's hilarious. It makes you laugh, but you know why I love this shirt? Because it came with the treasure right here, just hangs right here. No, I'm just joking, but I love this shirt. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. You know what? It makes me feel free. No, I normally wouldn't be bold enough to wear this shirt, but I grew out of my skin, and I decided, you know what? I don't care if people think I'm flamboyant. I don't care if people think this or that. This is me. This is who I am. Shout out to each and every one of you. I'm just a lover of life, and I just like to just wear whatever makes me happy at the time. And you know what? When I saw this shirt, it made me happy. I also thought it made my shoulders look pretty big, and I felt like a big guy in it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear that. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all for jumping on into the live. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. How you all doing? How's your day? How you feeling? How was Sunday? What did you do? Let me know what you did. Can you tell me what you did? Tell me where you're from worldwide. Tell me where you're from. In about 10 minutes, we're going to look at Bitcoin in the weekly candle. Is it going to be the first weekly green candle that we see? Is it going to be the first weekly green candle that we see? Anything could happen. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. And we're going to get ready for the weekly candle. The weekly candle. We're going to get ready for the weekly candle. The weekly candle. I can't do it until the candle actually closes. I can't do it until the candle actually closes. The weekly candle. I got you. Did I get you? Who did I get? I got a few people. They probably ran to their computer right now and threw the volume down as low as possible because their girlfriend's sleeping next to them or their wife, and they're going to ruin it all. Yeah. Salmon character 100%. When are you going to come hang with the Mafia again? Anytime, man. Anytime, Ryan. Anytime. All right, let's see where we are. We got Missouri, Austria, California, Okinawa. Twisted Sister Candles making me LOL. You're funny, man. Florida Beach with the kids, man. Spending my weekend making great crypto educational content. Amazing. Road Dog Crypto. Loving Sunday with the fam. In-laws, kids having a great day in New Haven. Love that, T-Money. Good for you. I read that in the group as well. What's up, guys? Delaware. Say hi to my nephew, please. He was watching with me. Shout out to Robert Cox and your nephew. If he's got a name, I'll shoot out his name. The nephew Cox. Shout out to Robert Cox and his nephew. Vivo El Mundo. Entero Lo Canada. Lo Canela. Oh, yeah. Canela Close. Haha. Making gains. Shout out to Rafael Vega, my man. Oklahoma City, middle of nowhere, Iowa. Wow. I'd love to be there with you. That's pretty cool. I've always been in the middle of somewhere. You're in the middle of nowhere. Soul 3S at 33333. Salem. Kevin is the name. Shout out to Kevin. Hope everything's going well with you and your uncle, Kevin. Set him straight. Tell him to buy more Bitcoin for you. Ask him where your treasure is, Kevin. Ask him where your treasure. Why don't you have a wallet with some Bitcoin for your birthday next year? Oh, now I put him in the... tell him you don't want Solana. Tell him you just want Bitcoin. Don't let him give you his Litecoin, all right? Only Bitcoin. Remember, Kevin. Only Bitcoin for your birthday, all right? Nothing else, Kevin. Be smart. Become a crypto lifer, Kevin. Get paid. Kevin, listen, if you get Bitcoin for your birthday, then you don't have to, and then you hold it. You can get whatever you were going to get for your birthday. You can get like 100 of those in like 10 years. Maybe like probably way more than 100 of them. So just be patient, Kevin, and all good things will come to you. Listen to your uncle. He's going to be there for you. He's going to hook you up with a nice treasure wallet full of Bitcoin. Everybody needs a rich uncle. Shout out. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, we got a fragmented screen here. There we go. Sorry about that. Can't have that. I can't have that. All right. Let's jump into the chat show. I got a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. First, I don't want to waste your time, but I was looking at Ace. Ace on the daily looks scrumptious. You got resistance, 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 resistance in this bar for sure. Definitely a zone of support and resistance. Support and resistance for sure. And if this support can hold, we could jump to the upside, no? We take a little bit of a mini fib here too as well. We're sitting in between the 0.5 and the 0.618. A beautiful place with a bounce off the golden pocket, possibly there for Ace Accent. Did it bottom here? Possibility we could be making a move to the upside. And that's a 69% gains for Ascent with the double bottom on the stochastics. MACD showing signs of life, falling volume with falling price. And you have an SR flip possible with a Fibonacci level. Just want to get you started, get you toasty for a quick little alt that might get you spicy, might get you dancing, might get you going on a Sunday night, baby. All right, all right. Can you do the salsa? Can you do the merengue? Let me know, baby. Let me know. Let me know. I know we got some dancers, men, women, binaries. You don't have to be a man. You know, if you don't consider yourself a man or a woman, it must feel pretty floaty, you know, like you're in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Must be interesting. Yeah. Must be pretty interesting. Anyway, we're going to have to look at the Dow now, too, and see what it's doing for the futures. So let's take a look at Dow futures and see if they've opened up. The candle closes. Ooh, dang, I shouldn't have. Dang it. You didn't hear it. You didn't hear me say the candle. It's like liar, liar. When he can't tell. He's like, no. All right. Enough is enough. Well, you know why I'm so euphoric? It's the Celtics. I'm going to Game 4 Friday night, and you know what? I'm like a little kid in a candy shop. I'm thinking I haven't been to a Celtics game in years. I've never been to a finals game in my life. Dang, because it's never been that close. I mean, it just hasn't happened recently. And so I think I'm over the hill, just completely excited. And I just can't wait. I'm so excited, So, yeah. It's kind of what it comes down to, And I just like, what will it be like? Are we going to win? Could we win? Are we going to sweep? Is it going to be a battle? You never know. We're playing a game tonight. We'll see what happens to the Celtics tonight against the Warriors. What a battle it's going to be. What a game one it was. You going with Jordan? No, I haven't hit him up. I keep thinking to hit him up. I got to hit him up on Twitter. We should hit him up live on Twitter, right? And be like, Jordan, what's going on? I don't think he follows me, so I can't DM him. See, he hasn't given me the follow back. He's on that like 63 low. I have outpaced him right now by a very small amount on Twitter. We have it's a friendly Twitter battle, but it's fun, right? But we got a friendly Twitter battle here going on. I'm at 5,508. He's at 55,467. It doesn't really matter. I really don't care about these numbers. But I can't DM him. He doesn't follow me yet, right? Or maybe I didn't follow him. Let me make sure I'm following him, right? Yeah, I'm following him. View topics, copy a link. But I could just tweet him. When are we going to dinner's kind of weird, right? When are we going to meet up in Mass? All right. We'll leave it at that. I'll go back at another time. But we gotta live. We can't live that far apart. Ooh, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spoil it. I got some Bitcoin stuff. I got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to break down. 15-minute looks like we could be seeing a bit of a pump. Something's brewing. Wow, we have 2 minutes. 2 minutes and counting. 2 minutes and counting. Just Grace just remembered us when you guys. She oh yeah, I remember you can't stand him. I'm so sorry. Now, Gina, you make me like not want to do it. Oh man, Gina, like I can't make everybody happy, but now I feel bad. I will call you and you can like cuss him out if you want, like as a joke, and we can make it a reality series or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like, invite Jordan to be on the show. He could be on the show. Live for being on BitBoy. I gotta say, there's no doubt in my mind YouTube is suppressing followers. They don't want people knowing the skills. Shout out to Finbook, man. We love you. You know, I saw today, I was staring at my number and it was at like 55 and they stole 8 followers from me today. Like, you really think 8 people left? You know, it's like, why would 8 people unsub? It just doesn't make sense. He's getting bigger than I thought. I'm unsubbing now. BitBoy likes him, so I have to unsub on him. You know? Look, the number is 55 today. 355 people watching, 155 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. It would be the nicest thing you could do. I would be able to buy a better shirt, and you wouldn't have to laugh at this shirt, right? So you'd be like, all right, he doesn't have to wear a shirt that makes him look like he's a flower boy. And not that there's anything wrong with being a flower boy. Not that there's any reference to a flower boy at any. Yeah, I'm going to stop here. But you know what I mean? People see the shirt and, you know, it ruffles their flowers, feather. It ruffles their feathers, so to speak. Are these feathers? I think, no, it's leaves. It's leaves. It's like little cherry blossom. Like, it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin for you tonight. Let's see what's happening. Let's break it down the 1 hour time frame. All right, trying to make a flip right now. It's showing bearishness, but as I told you before, I've learned so much about trading, and I said, you know, it's not over to the fat lady sings, and that's why I always do my projections. And so projection theory here is we're in a bit of a little flag that we're just going to make, and as long as we stay in this beautiful little flag, see this? The 1 hour can reset. We might even start to bend here, but if not, the 1 hour reset. Come down, and we can have a nice move to the upside, the measured move. We've done this many times. Will bring us back here to the top of this pattern. Would be a breakout out of this bigger channel to the upside. Shout out to all the haters out there that secretly watch me but can't stand me. I love you too. I love you too. I'll win you over one day. One day I'm going to do one thing, and you're going to just be like, wow, you know. And maybe there are no any haters. Maybe I'm just imagining the haters. But there always seems to be a lurker out there. Let me know if you're a lurker. Just let me know. If you're lurking, put a thumbs up in the comment section. Just be like, if you're lurking out there, like you like me, but you're not sure if you like me, you watch me because you're just like you're more kind of like in between. It happens to me. You're like, I'm not sure if I like the guy, but I can't stop watching. I'm obsessed with the guy, though. But I'm obsessed with watching him. If that's you, put a thumbs up. Loving the vibes. Don't let anybody throw that off. All love, all good energy. Lurking for the love, man. Ace is moving. Big wick energy. Soul broke down from its ascending channel. Good for my Soul 3S. Man, Soul 3S just keeps banging on him. Just hate the shill in the trading group. Shizzer clock. They're only secretly watching and hating because they already have been muted from the channel. You have a big heart. Haters dig the shirt. Friggin' Langers, man. Nah, lifer. Only love here, man. First weekly close that was green. All right, here we go. The weekly candle. Here we go, everybody. Let's dive in for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Not bad. What'd you think? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Come here. Just come here. Just tell them what you think of that every time.
I told myself that it's gonna happen and I was gonna go to the back of the house so I didn't have to hear it. Instead, I mistimed it and I came down here to do laundry and I was next door and it made me so angry.
We had a long talk about it the other night, and I was like, what do you think of the weekly candle close that I do every week? And she was like, I can't stand it. Like, I absolutely can't stand that. I wish you would stop. I was like, I have to stop, or is it like, do I have to keep going on? And she's like, I can't stand that weekly candle close. She's like, I'm about to put the kids to bed. They go to bed at 8 o'clock. She's like, and you do it right once they've gone to bed. She's like, Summer loves it. Your daughter loves it. Anyway. Stop you. All right. So check it out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, shall we? No, it's just serious though. It's a big deal. We have the first green weekly close, and I don't think it matters. I'm not going to say it's like a big deal, but you know, it's better than nothing. It's like if you thought there was nothing left in the peanut butter jar and then you opened it up and there was just a scoop, like it's kind of like that, you know, like it's good, but it's not the best thing in the world, but it's better than a nothing in the peanut butter jelly jar, in the peanut jar, you know, in the peanut, you know what I'm saying? Peanut sauce. Do you like peanut? Oh my gosh. You know. We've been doing a lot of wacky TA, as you can see. Formulating a plan here. But as we said, this ascending triangle did break to the upside. Now we're bouncing off the bottom here. We did break out of this falling wedge. We even had this cup and handle, which gave us a movement here. So far, we're on our way to the target. Can that cup and handle play out? I drew that quietly. It was the one Sammy cup and handle to the upside. It was one cup and handle that I actually did not tell anybody about. I've kept it to myself. I obsessively draw so many, sometimes I just can't tell everybody about, you know. Like, I just feel like I have to make a cup and handle, you know? It's kind of crazy, like, but the thing is, they've made me so much money and they've played out so many times that, like I just, it's like right now, like, I don't want to draw a cup and handle right now here. Like, I don't. I secretly want to just be like, no, you know? And we could say maybe, like, this was a cup and we broke out of the cup, but then we decided to break back in, like, you know? And I'm just drawing it just for cheeks and giggles, all right? But, I mean, there's an idea here. And you know why? Because the cup and handle breaks you out of your regular zone. Everyone else is drawing all these other things, and then this is like a new perspective. And, you know, the market maker may not realize that people are looking at it this way. Now, so the daily may dump. The daily's looking bearish, so could we come here? There's a chance we come here. Everyone's bullish right now, acting so, oh, we're going to the moon. I don't know. There seems to be like this change of guard over this weekly candle close that I'm going to break down in a second. But, you know, just, you know, to me, there's the idea here that the daily, just nice and simple, could come to the down. We are flatlining here, which I like to see. This is an interesting move here on the stochastics. When you see a flatline on the daily, it's trying to make a bullish move here. And we're holding this new support zone, a higher high, a higher low. And you can say, look, low, high, low, higher, higher low. That's an uptrend that's beginning to form here, and you could kind of put it like this. Okay? This is the new concept here. This is what's possibly breaking down. Up, down, up. You see? And we could move. This could be a builder. It also could be a dump. Down here for a double bottom. Look at that. Okay? I'm building you like way out ahead. This is weeks ahead, but we try to be different here on this channel. Just, you know, both kind of give you a similar area of support and resistance, you know. Just concepts I'm thinking about, just possible ideas. Nothing guaranteed here, folks. Just ideas. All right. The shape, though, however, I like the shape that we're playing with, that we put down here. See this? This makes sense to me, especially on a beautiful Sunday night, right? Can I get a clap? Can you guys put some claps here for Bitcoin and the weekly candle being green for the first time ever? Let's take a look at this green candle for Bitcoin. It's not a beautiful candle though. It's kind of a bearish. It's a bearish hammer. Honestly, it's not. It's a bearish doji. It's not really the best looking candle by any means. But let's break it down. I did say if a monthly candle does not close below these wicks, we will not see a multi-year bear market and go into. We will just kind of go sideways here. Alts will have fun. We'll be able to play, and we could have seen a bottom here. There's a chance. I made a video. If you haven't seen it recently, please go check it out. Honestly, I don't start making these videos till the bottom starts to become close to me. All right. I don't start making these videos till the bottom starts to become close. All right. I'm going to do something pretty big today. I'm going to buy $3,000 worth of Bitcoin right now on the channel. Okay. Why am I doing that? Well, there's a chance that daily is bottoming out. There's a chance this is some of the lowest prices you'll ever see for Bitcoin for the rest of our lives. There's a chance. Okay. There's a probability right now, live on camera. I'm buying $3,000 when Bitcoin's 30,000, and I'm buying 0.1, a tenth of a Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes to $1 million. And you guys, everyone here is watching me turn 3,000 into $100,000 in the next 4 to 5 years. There's a chance, at least somewhere, maybe even to 50,000 in the next 4 to 5 years, right? If it goes to 100K, I'm talking 10K. At least I'm tripling it up. And if I trade it for an altcoin and maybe triple that up and turn it into another, and then go back and I trade the BTC pair, right? So the humble opinion is I swing this into an alt, maybe 3 to 5x it at the best. Let's just say 3x it, right? Go back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin hits 70 or 100K again. And now you're talking, I got 0.3 Bitcoin, right? Instead of 0.1 at 100,000, I'm talking I got 30 grand, 10x. And so I'm just, and this is how I accumulate and make, this is what I do. So today I'm buying 3,000. Why? Because if we go to 10K, which I believe is the lowest we can go, even in a capitulation wick, to me, I'm ready for it. To me, I believe that is the lowest Bitcoin will go. Anything is possible. We could go to 7K. You know what I'm saying? I'm open-minded, but like the region of 10K to me is like psychologically the beatdown of beatdowns. Like the world is just dropping like a fly. And this 3,000 will turn into about $1,000. And I look in the mirror right now and I look at all of you and I can handle that 110%. But if this is the bottom, I want to get as much Bitcoin as I can. And what if you can never get Bitcoin at 30 grand again? What if you could never ever be able to get these prices again? What if you could never save your funds from fiat at these price? And that's a possibility. Both are possible. Both are possible. Multi-year bear market could occur. This could be a bad buy. I could have bought a half a Bitcoin for the same price when it goes to 7K. Agreed. But that's why I'm not going to go all in. And that's why we're going to slowly DCA into BTC. But right now, I'm going to create a trade into BTC. All right, I'm going to limit order in. Let's see where we're at here. UST. We're going to do BTC. All right. And as you can see on Binance US, I'm going to buy $333. Total I got is 22. Yeah. So there's 22 grand in there. I'm going to slowly chip away at that 22. I would love to go all in right now in front of everyone, buy 22 grand worth of Bitcoin. How baller. What if it goes to 10K though? You see what I'm saying? And I could have bought more, or 18 or 22, and there's a low. What if this is the lowest price and we come back and up and we get, there's no guarantees. All right. You make your bed, you lay in it. All right. I've made my bed many times with Bitcoin and I've done it. I'll tell you what's pushing me over the edge today is I'm looking at the fear and greed index. And whenever this gets to the 10 areas here, it's never really been a bad look for me. Every time I've opened up and got into Bitcoin into the 10s, 8, 9, 10 area, anywhere below 12. I mean, 14 is amazing. It's been a good look. And I usually go a little heavier. So I usually go 500. But today I'm gonna 6x that. You see what I'm saying? Today I'm gonna 6x my risk into the high greed risk reward ratio. Okay. Dow futures also green, meaning we could open up green for Monday morning. Just something to think about. Would also propel Bitcoin up for the day. The dollar, we're gonna look at the dollar as well tonight. We'll break it down. All right. Shout out to everybody here. Wifey will scrape him off the floor one day. Dogs on the block howling. Crypto wifer. You guys are funny, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Thanks for Shake Pay on-ramp tip last year, Gina, for the Canadians. Oh, yeah, she loves shaking that pay. Sam, did you see BitBoy's latest video? He said Bitcoin bottom at 25K, titled Last Chance to Buy under 30K. No, I didn't get a chance. If Lifer is buying, then I am buying too. I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. Don't do what I do. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? Please, like, I'm not, I could be 100% wrong, go to 7K, and this whole move could blow up in my face, right? I'm trying to end up in this house. It's a $10 million house in Florida. I'm trying to end up there. This is my dream home right now, for now. I think I could eventually buy 10 of them, but, you know, right now, that's my dream home where I'd like to be. It's a beautiful home, all right? And we can all hang out there. We'll have fun. It will be a blast, right? So, Binance US, here we go. Let's make this happen. Let's get it over with. Let's get it over with, guys. $29,949. We're going to create that trade. We're going to buy $3,333 worth of Bitcoin live on the live stream, all right? And honestly, I wish I dived in at the 20K. Something deep inside me is telling me that I should be diving in for the 20K. Honestly, like right now, like, yo, you be the man, you dive in for that 20K and you call on the bottom right now live in front of everybody. And you buy 20K worth of Bitcoin when it's 29,000. Like, you will go down as a legend of legends forever. You know what it's like? If I do it now and I'm wrong, I go to 10K, like, oh, wow. But if I do it right now and I'm right, like, I will go down as a legend. You know what I'm saying? It's almost worth the 20K. It's almost worth getting bagged on the way down. You know, it's almost worth the $14,000 risk. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, who agrees with me? You know what I'm saying? You know what It's coffee shop talk alone, you know? You see that bloke? He bought 20K when it was at 29. The bloke did it live on camera, man. He's out of his mind, man. And he's a legend. That guy Glypho is a legend, man. I could just see it now, you know? That's your ego. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just messing around. I like to entertain. I entertain at my own risk. At my own risk, you know? So check it out. Let's take a look at the monthly. If the monthly does not close below these wickage, like I need a candle to close below that wickage. And so far, we're all right. I mean, this monthly, we got 25 days to go. So we got a ways. We got a ways, right? We have the end of June. But, you know, if June can stay, you know, and it can come down here. We can even see June at 25,000. We can daily close many times. We can even weekly close. We can even 2-week close. We just can't have the monthly close, all right? 21 week is so close to the crossing below the 100. The cross called the bottom last 21 cycles. Not saying it has to happen. 21 weekly MA. Below the 100 week. Yeah, so like right here we had a bottom for Bitcoin. I mean, we crossed and then we went even lower though for a ways. We're just getting there, bro. You're saying once it crosses, it calls the bottom. Oh, I see what you're saying. The bottom was here, then we did cross. You're right, and you're right. You're, okay, I got you. We dwindled for a while, but he's right. Like, he's taking a look at this. Look, I mean, I love what he's saying here. The 21-day moving average crosses the 100-day, all right? And that represents, bang. Also, if you stay tuned towards the end, I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to tell how to make a fast trade up or down using one moving average. Who wants to know how to use one moving average? A simple way to make a long or short, something I'll show you that institutions learned back in the day. Keep it on the low, though. Us 400 only, okay? Let's keep it on the low. If we have 500 people, maybe we'll get up there. But, hey, put up the likes if you can keep it moving. Thank you so much. Let's get that music pumping. All the way from Boston, Mass, the Crypto Lifer, bringing you the technology, the crypto, the Bitcoin. I'm just shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer. One step at a time, you'll learn each and everything that I put down. The fibs, support and resistance, price action with divergence against the volume, MACD, moving average convergence and divergence, how it interacts with the moving averages as they converge and diverge. How it was even made, who made it, and why. The RSI, the stochastics RSI, divergences, and more. How to find the peak, when to sell, when to get in, reasons in the charts that give you the motions, give you the meat, give you the feeling to jump on into the chart. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Okay, so we've talked about the weekly chart many, many times, bottoming out. We've talked about the 2-week chart, doing a bit of a double bottom, a double bottom. We've talked about the fact that Bitcoin is possibly in a falling wedge and will at least break us back up here to a resistance for a relief rally to about $37,000. Not to be, exalted as the greatest thing since sliced bread, but, we could get a little move here sideways. If we break out of that and we break through this, that's when I may change my tune and begin to believe we're in. This could be even a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. See how we're already building these ideas before anyone has even breathed them. Now, 2-3 months from now, Bitcoin will be doing this. You'll watch some YouTuber, and he won't even have watched my channel, never even seen mine. And he'll be a smart YouTuber. He'll be awesome. He'll be a super on point person. And and he'll be showing you this inverted head and shoulder when he first sees it around here. We have seen it now. Take a picture of this, write it down. All right. What I can also do is publish this to my channel on Remote Chief we can publish this here. And it could just sit. And you know what? Bitcoin may never do any of this. But this could spell some bullishness. The inverted H&S for Bitcoin, possible move coming. And this would take a few months to play out. All right. A few months for sure. And that's just set in stone. We can go back to this months from now and just check it out. See what it did. See what we're looking at. And see if it ever plays out. Something juicy is on the table possibly for Bitcoin from what I'm seeing. The last few times the 2-week chart was this low and did this kind of banger, we had a massive move to the upside. One, down here. Massive, like some of the most massive moves Bitcoin has ever seen. Rallies on rallies to the upside. All right. I've also taken a look at the dollar index on the 2-week chart. And every time the 2-week chart has made this bend move down, here in January 2nd of 2017, and we began a bull run for Bitcoin like you wouldn't believe. Everyone thinks Bitcoin is a bull run. Apparently, the dollar just dumps. See that? Here we go. Here it is again on March 3rd of 2020, March 30th. So we dumped all the way, right? And then the dollar, May 11th of 2020, the dollar would begin to hit its peak and drop. All right? It would wick to this area. Now, I drew this green box because we had wicked here in 1989. We have wicked here in 1976. We had wicked to this area here in 1999. We have wicked here in 2017. And so when we got here, we talked about this on my channel many times, and we said, it's likely that the dollar struggles here. And I said, if we get above this green box, I'm going to be flabbergasted. And that means we're going to be in for like the multi-year bear market that everybody wants. But the dollar didn't seem to do that. It didn't seem to want to break through that. And look at now the 2-week candle starting to turn multi-red. And maybe it's time for the dollar to have its multi-week bear market like Bitcoin just did. Time for the dollar to do one of these. And it's time for Bitcoin to shine. I'm just saying, even the weekly candle getting to the oversold region, which is worrisome because that could also pop the dollar, when you see the weekly. But the 2-week chart showing an overall bigger trend. So it looks like we may have a battle coming in the next, 2-3 months. But a Bitcoin bottom, this to me suggests a Bitcoin bottom by the end of the summer by the end of the summer, early fall. At the worst, and I could be wrong, but this is just, reading through the tea leaves here. What I do not like, the daily looks ready to kind of try to make a move, but as I said before, it is trending lower, and you see, it seems to be respecting this. Look at this funky trend here. It can't get above the zone, and that is resistance, right? Previous bounce of support becomes resistance. I'd love to see a rejection here. I'd like to see the dollar do one of these and dump down in here and just collapse a little more. We could even open it up and suggest that maybe it's in a fatter channel here. This is interesting, right? See? And we could be headed lower for rejection at this resistance at 102.60. We did hit hard resistance there. All right. Looking at the 4-hour, and it's see, I know you don't believe me, but I've seen these rollovers can show you signs of just, lack of faith. And pointing down here, that's good. This is good for Bitcoin. This is good for Bitcoin. The dollar does not look strong to me. Yes, it could bounce on the weekly. It's going to have to make a move at one point, but he says the dollar in the 4 hours got an inverse and respecting. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Shoulder, head, and a bit of a shoulder. I don't know. I'll tell you what I believe happened. You had a shoulder, head, and a shoulder here that broke out. You came back, and then you broke the neckline, honestly. You see? Right here. You did come back up, but to me, you're still getting rejected by this same zone that you couldn't get above before. And, the 1 hour is pointing to the downside. There's more downside than there is to the upside for at least the next 2 to 5, 6 hours coming for the dollar. So a little relief rally there for Bitcoin possibly coming as well. That's why I believe that's why, look, the Dow futures are moving. So we put the pieces of the puzzle together tonight on a Sunday night, kind of piece together what we're seeing. All right. So I'm watching this flag for Bitcoin. For me, that's all you really have to do. It could go bullish right away, honestly, in the next hour or two. Look at that shoulder, head, and a shoulder that does want to break to the upside 68% of the time. The measured move out of this would be a boom out, and we could see a move here. Got a couple ideas for Bitcoin. What's nice is to see we talked about these two areas, and this is the Twisted Sister. Was it going to break out? Was going to break back down the bottom of the pattern. So far, it chose to break on out to the upside for the dollar. All right. This is my beautiful Binance chart. What is this one here? Oh, yeah, this is the index. I just want to show you some other ideas I got cooking for BTC. Yeah, so we have that now. Just something to think about. Something to think about. I'm not done yet, though. I'm not even close to done. I'm trying to find my work. I'm like, I got something else cooking. Did I do Huobi? See how you can see there's like it's a symmetrical triangle here. See this? Measured move takes you right back to 31,140. You're flagging out right now. You can, whenever you break out of a bigger pattern and begin to flag out, it's a bullish sign. So right now you are flagging out. See, you got rejected by what? The 200-day moving average on these wicks. Perfect time to take some profit, especially on a low liquidity Sunday if you do see a bit of a move. Something to think about. Again, I'm not telling anybody what to do, just something that traders do. So you move with the herd, So right now, just if I pattern trade and pattern trade alone and I forget about anything else, I'm bullish. I'm bullish that this will continue on a flag, even if it can use bearish for a little bit, like, extends in a downward motion trajectory. I'm bullish this will break to the upside and contend with this area, again, this area of support and resistance at about 30,500, 30,450 area. So this is my idea here. Still is a bit of a cup with a handle too, if you get what I'm saying. And just something to think about for BTC here, trying to flip, and the 15 minutes been strong, and you can see, look, a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, some bullish divergence, even getting hit by my divs here, something to think about. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, wanting to do some damage, so we'll see. We shall see. Sellers falling off here. If the sellers are there, they're going to the downside, so we're supposed to have a trajectory down on the 15-minute, but you're losing volume in the downward motion. So where are the sellers? We should get a reversal back to the upside. Buyers really looks like they want to take on over. Also, look, a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. You can see the inverted head and shoulder through the RSI, stochastics RSI, and inside the price action. Wants to break out, in my humble opinion. So you got some bullish confluence in the patterns, some bullish confluence in just the feeling of the charts, how you broke out. Tight moving averages as well, trying to make you get a push out here on the 15. I believe, in my mind, you broke out of the bigger pattern as well. If you extended this, called this that falling wedge that we saw, you did break out of that falling wedge. You have broken this trend line, in my humble opinion. So I decided to tighten it up because I like to touch as many of the closer trends as I can. And that's a symmetrical triangle that so far so good, could have went either way and did break to the upside. All right. Got another chart hiding out somewhere with some support and resistance, some areas I want to talk about. I want to break it down. You can see, like, that's a bit of a flag. You see, we broke it down already. I gave you my sauce. You know, we're battling 30K, of course, but we get through 30K. We're going to gap quickly back up here, 30,750. Back to this top. This is the area that we're going to be looking at. Point of control. There's some volume nodes up in that zone. I want to show you this. This is what I want to break down. Have it on the chart. I'm like, what chart did I put it on? Never use any of these. Wobi, Coinbase, USDT. Very rarely use that chart. So it's just like I was all over the place. So look, I've been on every chart in the zone. Funny. See how I see this is this could be a cup and handle. Just something to think about. We'll look back in a month from now and see if it plays out. 33,617, you know. Super chats for Mirror Protocol. Order book. Lines at 7V and 9V. Green entry line. 1850. I wonder how likely it is. What about some hidden bearish div on Bitcoin on the 1 hour and the 4 hour? Hidden bearish. Let's see. Hidden bearish would be like yeah, I guess right here. Yeah. To me, you had hidden bearish kind of here, you see? And here. And then look, see how they're now matched? See how, like, because the point of divergence is when they don't match anymore. But like now, this is a loop and that's a right loop. And like, to me, they're kind of matched now because the divergence played out right here, see? You swung down and you swung down to this point, and that's when the divergence played out. It did. The hidden bearish played out. Right? So just something that, you know, but then, you know, the bear stepped in and he bounced off a resistance point. So, and now you're kind of matching, you know, like that's a swing down, that's a swing down, that's a swing up, that's a swing up. I don't even see bearish divergence there. It was here. I do see it there. You were correct. But I believe that's what, you know, so you saw what it gave you and then the bulls fought through that, you know. Someone else could look at it, interpret it differently. I have looked through like a few hundred, maybe 500 to 600 of instances like that. So I'm giving you like a lot of years of experience on what I believe. But again, that doesn't make me right. And that doesn't make me 100%, you know, you might, you know, I do have theory. I do have time in the market behind what I'm telling you though. I don't just say something that I saw another YouTuber draw or something like that. I have time in the market behind that idea that I'm bringing up. All right. If you stay tuned, I'm going to show you one trick to tell you whether you're bearish or bullish, how to make a quick swing trade. Cool little trick using just three moving averages really, but one main moving average. Going to break your mind, going to blow your mind. You can see it, but you can't see it. But once I break it down for you, you're going to be like, lifer, why didn't you show us this last week? You know, I brought it up years ago. Some of you have seen it. A lot of the new people have not. Pretty cool little trick in the books. I saw it earlier tonight. I was like, yeah, let me give the crowd something to bite on tonight. Let's have some fun, you know. Let's have some fun. Do I have to redraw my point of control? Gosh darn it. Let's take a look here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hey, so, as we were said before here, there's a chance up, down, up, that this is the bigger channel. And until we break out, we could come back down to this level. All right, now, yeah, I'm not doing trading. I could do a really good Tito, though. You have to look at the way the market maker's taking you. No, wait. The vector candle. What are they going to... In New York. Wait for New York. What is New York going to do? You have to think about it. Because when New York opens, New York likes to flip Bitcoin. You have to take a look. Happy days. Happy days. Shout out to Tito, man. Terrible, that accent. Happy days. New York. And the vector. When you see the vector, when you see them bring the M pattern, now we have to see which way are they going? He's so funny, man. You gotta love that dude. The Brinks box. Happy days. Happy days. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to my dude, man. He works hard like the lifer, man. You gotta give it to him. every single day. Bang, bang, bang. You got to respect people that pump it up. So look, I believe there's a pump coming on the 15 right now. Why? Because it's an inverted head and shoulder right here that's going to break to the upside, right? We've gone over this idea. I've made it pretty clear, all right? I want to shrink this down. I want to get rid of all this nonsense here. I have a bigger idea here at play that I want to talk about. So everyone knows my analysis. I've made it quite clear, right? Watch this. And honestly, we could just do a fake out breakout of that and come back down. I do see like 70% of the times I'll see an inverted head and shoulder break to the upside, and it will come and revisit its neckline. It'll come and revisit its neckline. It's pretty interesting. So something you want to watch out for. All right. So what's on the left? What do you guys see on the left? How did I get that out there? If you're a beginner, what am I doing? What's going on? Well, if you go right here, you see this. You get what's called a fixed range volume profile. All right. And if you drag it from left down to bottom right, it's going to show you where the volume's been and where people like to sell. These are called high volume nodes, okay? And you can see right here, look, a point of control. People sold right here. We got rejected right here too. So look, there was a lot of buying and selling, buying and selling. Therefore, we have a high volume node at that level at about 30,600, okay? If we break above 30,600, that's going to be a strong area of support for a bit of a long here. So we'll be looking for this idea, right? All right, just want to break it down. Here, we also have a very strong level that we were fighting with. We did break above. It's a pretty big deal that we got above this because it's, again, a high volume node, 29,700. Now we're trying to hover at 30K. Can we? Will we? That's the idea. 15-minute night. I've broken it down for you. We've zoomed in. I've shown you this idea. Today, honestly, we've gone over the weekly candle. We've talked about the monthly. I've given you the 2-week chart, right? I'm now zooming into the 15-minute. Right? So we cover so many time frames. I think a lot more than a lot of other YouTubers do because I want to break it down. I'm trying to teach you. All right? This is the what everyone doesn't realize, all these other YouTubers trying to do this and that, I'm just trying to teach. I'm obsessed with teaching. I like to sell my knowledge. That's what I do. All right? That's it. It's what I do for a living. Okay? If you want my knowledge, you can come get it. I've been in the markets for years. A year with me will save you 7 years in the market. Easily. And that's a lot of money. I'm telling you, you could lose 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. You don't even have money you could lose. You don't even realize what could happen to you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you have no clue what could happen to you. And I could be a guide, I could be a help, I could be a mentor. I could break down all my ups and downs and just share my life lessons with you. Some things aren't even have nothing to do even with trading. Death in the family, life, ups and downs, just you name it. And it's about frequency. It's about changing your life, right? It's about getting somewhere different. It's about being where you want to be, truly, too. I'm where I want to be. Every single day I wake up, I'm where I would like to be. I'm not where someone else wants me to be. I don't wake up and ever have to go where someone else wants me to be. I get to be where I believe I should be to help others I'm following a destiny, and I'm not letting anyone else get in the way. And I remember when I wasn't following my destiny and the feeling that it made me feel of depression, of disease, of anxiety, of loss, of just feeling like I was never really going to leave my mark on this earth. And it was the worst feeling ever. If you're feeling like that, I know how you feel. It's not the best feeling in the world. Hang out with me. Go after your dreams. Use cryptocurrency to do it just like I did it. And let's see where it takes you. You know what I'm saying? So, we must get above. We must get above the zone here. And you can see it's likely we do since we broke above this high volume node and get to above 30,000. So it's probable we could see Bitcoin here at about 30,700. Not a huge deal, right? From where we are, like $700 move. But it's substantial with the way liquidity is looking at. This makes me want to dabble with BOOKMAP. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Shout out to the beautiful people over at BOOKMAP. Love you, Bruce. Love you, Sachi, the CEO and founder, creator of BOOKMAP. Sat down with him a few times. Love the whole team over there. Really creative and awesome team. We're going to add some new things this week. So stay tuned for us next week. Probably by Friday of this week, actually, into the week, Monday through Friday. We're going to show you some unbelievable cool tools and things and tips and tricks that we're adding to BOOKMAP. They're going to blow your mind. I don't even want to say it yet till I have it up and running and I got myself really strapped in and ready. But I'm excited to share it with you. I'm excited to be a part of the journey with the BOOKMAP team. I'm blessed that you guys are taking me on the journey. I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. And I really appreciate it. And I'm ready to rock and roll. So thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. And thank you to the people at BOOKMAP. I don't affiliate with a lot of people at all, but I really like the team there. It's like affiliating with a family, a group of hardworking people. Their employees have been there a long time, and it's just nice being a part of a team that's been successful and that is interested in what I'm interested in. And we love looking and talking about liquidity together like a bunch of liquidity nerds, but it's fun. And you know what? I get to sit with people like 50, 55, 60-year-old traders who know way more about the order book and way more just about trading. They've been in trading for 30, 40 years. And they lay so much wisdom on me. And I believe that's how you become a good trader. Hang out with men and women that have been trading longer than you. Like, you know, good at anything in life, right? Hang out with the experts. Find someone that's been doing it way longer than you've been doing it and jump on in with them. I mean, there's no other way to get better at anything in life, right? But to seek out people who are older, better, and have that wisdom. And you can only do that by being humble and realizing that you don't know it all. And therefore, you're ready to learn more. The beginner's mind. Always telling yourself you have a beginner's mind so you may learn more is very, very important. So let's look at the liquidity here on BOOKMAP. I want to look at the solid, smaller versions here and see what we're seeing on the map. You can see we got a lot of orders down here. See where the bigger globs are. When I really compare it, we do see more buys in these globs at the 29,006 area, don't we? We see a massive order for Bitcoin at 30,500, which would match kind of the liquidity wall I have, and you know, they're right below it, and then it kind of tapers off into the 30,900 area. Remember, my area is the 30,750, and these probably coincide. Let's take a look here. Yeah, 29,600. Look, he's sitting right here, 29.5 with globs, 29,006. He's right there with like 500 Bitcoins, 1,000 Bitcoins dang near, from 29,000 to 29,005. So it looks like they're trapping the price at least. The lowest that we go here is 28.99. It looks like we'll get a big bounce. There's a lot of liquidity down there. This is interesting. This is interesting. Now, remember before we did see some bigger buys down here, 26, 25. There's a few scant orders down in the 19,000s, but there's really not a lot. Really not a lot. Interesting. Up or down on the book map? What do I believe? If I had to make a call, it's down just because there's more liquidity in the green, meaning there's more people trying to buy than trying to sell. And usually it'll gravitate towards the box with the most liquidity. So just something to think about, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. You know, I'm just something to think about. All right. If I play this by the book, what do I believe? You know, what is it? What is going down here? Well, you clearly have this inverted, which we've gone over now. I've saw it now, but my subconscious mind has had a second to go over it while I've talked about other things. So I've had a moment to kind of like reinvigorate myself with the knowledge behind the scenes. I used to freestyle rap, so like while I'm thinking of a rap, I got another rap brewing, and that's how you freestyle. Like you learn how to keep like the right brain moving while the left brain spitting, and you're like kind of feeding it like a circle, and you kind of get into a zone and you kind of vibrate at a high rate. It's, anyway, so very similar. I believe why I do the show. I use that same skill in a way that I perfected without really, I never really told anybody, because now rappers might be like, oh, I might be good at charting. But the idea is this idea, shoulder, head, and shoulder, bang, bang, bang. And, and then I'm putting together another idea while I'm finishing off another one, and I'm getting ready to keep the show moving, because the show has to be interesting, has to be fun. We can't just stop. Most guys, you're going to be like, he's like, but then he's got to think and get to his next move. But I'm trying to plan my next move while I'm doing my first move, Livers should freestyle rap for at least 10 minutes a day, just like practicing the flute, man. We still on Bitcoin, man. Lane, just everyone wants to know what my thing comes with. This is very easy. We made this very easy. Me and my CMO sat and we talked about, people find Sam on YouTube and go to the Discord, right? And we said, well, what can they figure out? Well, so we made a free area in the Discord, all right? Right? A free area where number one, you can see like the type of stuff that I produce for my team. So in the free area, what do you get? Let's break it down. Number one, you get join the trading group. You just get links to anything that I know. You can register to my classes. You could, buy merchandise if you'd like. You can also watch 4 videos that I've created of exactly how I do, what I trade, and kind of things that I use to keep myself safe online. Really, this is like people charge for this type of stuff. The bootcamp to me is absolutely amazing. Then you can read the testimonials, what people say about me, what they're doing. Using Crypto Liver's method of RSI stoke levels and breaking and tuning, timing it with the momentum oscillator, sending alert on the trend line break, assessing confluence with the 4-hour to align to the overall trend. This guy made, and I actually don't condone leverage, but he did it. 50x, 500%, 400% gains, Great content, man. I continue to learn from your channel and the 99 every day. I have a great benefited from joining the Lifers trading group, both in knowledge and in gains. Thank you. And people just say they learn a lot just from the live stream. Some people said they've come to my live stream and learned more than they've learned in any other channel. I've heard it from many, many people. So I don't know. Just ask the people what they say. I'm sick. I don't need to talk about it. Like someone said, I don't need to shill it anymore. Anyway, so the measured move is right here. 30,196. I love my trading group. I don't want to put it down by not talking about it, but I also don't want to be like, I believe the trading group speaks for itself. My channel speaks for itself. My style speaks for itself. Just keep showing up. A lot of people always do that. I need to and don't live in fear and don't live in worry. Jump in. If you believe in me, jump on in. If you believe in yourself, jump on in. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. It'll all get figured out in time. You'll either pay 99 and you'll think it's not for you, or you'll get a lot out of it and you'll go somewhere in life. I'm getting somewhere. I believe anyone around me gets somewhere. My whole team is invigorated. I saw the calls today. Bang, bang, bang. Even if I'm not on it, my team's talking about Plaid and all the coins that are up today. We also made gains. On top of what I was saying, when you go to that free section, you can go to the gains. Today, we hit this. This came out at 5 in the morning. I have traders up in South Africa that are up at different times, putting out calls at 5 in the morning. You get access to my elite charters too, not just me, and they're unbelievable people that I've trained and that I've worked super hard and that I've personally picked. I've only picked 4 people out of an immense group of people. And I'll just even show you, we even came to terms with the way it has to be done. We have a long, you have to write out the name of the coin. You have to write out the time frame. You have to actually give us 5 or 6 real reasons why you believe it's bullish. You can't just post some garbage chart, right? So he's look, it's a Sammy Cup and handle, right? The 4-minute SRSI is low. I think he means the 4-hour. The 1-hour is low. The 0.706 Fibonacci retracement. Volume falling with falling price. And RSI had bullish divergence. Weekend trading is risky. And these are 2 things just to think about, just in case. The daily RSI is high. There could be some risk to this, right? Comment the stop loss is 2 lines below the entry. The 15-minute SRSI must reset and price stay in the pattern before entry is considered. 3 to 5 risk-reward ratio. Trade safe. And he shows it to you at 5 in the morning. All those conditions did play out, and this thing would bang on him for a total of 22.7%. I think it would even go up even more for 67% or something crazy. And that's just the stuff that, he was taught by me. That's again, falling wedge. And so these are the types of things that you're given in the trading room. So people are just, and it's just so neat. It's complete. And, if you don't do it like this, then you're not an elite trader and you can't be part of my group. You can't be someone that charts. And I only give this to 4 people, and the charts in there are impeccable. I'm telling you, impeccable. So I think that's worth $99 alone. Just access to my elite charters. Never mind what I chart. Then you get access to the big daddy, the king daddy, but just me. But, the guy who taught everybody, and their charts are his thing. I taught him, and his, not to be rude, but he's one of my students, and he made this trade today. He called it at 5 in the morning, and it banged out beautifully. We have before and afters to show you the stop loss did not get hit. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. Anyway, people want to know what's in the trade. They don't he's talking about his room. I'm not even talking about room anymore. I'm talking about my students. These are my students that have put in so much hard work. They've changed their lives. They now work with me. They were a student one day. Now they work with me. They have, we have backroom meetings. We sit together. We build, we talk, they learn even more. They share their ideas with me. I share ideas with them. And it becomes a team, a unit. I'm super excited of where it's going to go. All my charters are amazing. And it's been a journey. It's been an amazing journey. And I'm just excited to be here. So if you're excited, please put a thumbs up in the comment section. Let me know that you're excited. I love you all. Shout out to Rainier, who banged on them for us, man. Rainier, Stat, Kev, Danny, all great. So grateful. See? Hero 3S on the move again. They even put it out. If I'm correct, right here. Hero 3S was put out in my channel at 5:28 this morning. This was, I hate to say the word spoon-fed because it can sound rude, but man. And look, Bitcoin's moving. The measured move of the inverted cup and handle, as we talked about before it even started to move. Okay? This is also a bit of a symmetrical triangle that's breaking to the upside. This is confluence. All right? This is confluence. Look for it to possibly hit rejection here or possibly to the measured move. Doesn't mean it's going to get all the way to the measured move every time. All right? as we broke through 30,000, 30,129. Remember when I did long the 6 hour? With, you know, and I long the 6 hour. When did we long there? I believe we long the 6 hour right around this area here. Might even have been in this zone here. It was around 30,000 because I was like, I'm just going to long the 6 hour. It did double bottom, but can we continue to move? Remember, we broke through the high volume node. It's likely we get sucked up to here to 30,693. Even though I did show you BOOKMAP, I've used BOOKMAP less than I've used volume nodes. So I like this idea here. But again, what I don't like is the 1 hour is getting overbought. You are flipping though. See that flip on the 1 hour? That's a possible bigger move. 4 hour also is getting a little high though, but we could stay up here. Remember, like I said before on my other chart, this is the one I like the most, honestly. Right here. Wow, we just busted through resistance though. That's amazing. Wow, look at that. Look at that volume that just came in. And I'm telling you, Sunday night into Monday morning, most volatile time to be in any trade at all. Worst, honestly, it's sometimes the toughest times to trade because it's just anything could happen. You got to be careful, and there's always heavy volatility. This is Asia buying in. Someone told Asia that the bottom's in, or they have heavy inflation too. China's dealing with heavy inflation. I'm telling you that right now. So is Japan, other countries. The only solution is the BTC. So rising wedges that break up parabolically, right? And we had you at hello with the measured move. Now we're about to hit it. Look, we hit the measured move as fast as I talked about it. How crazy is that? Look at this. Shout out to anyone here. And that's why people like my channel too. They say, why do I join your trading group? I was like, because I show you the move before it happens and then it happens live. And someone say, oh no, you pump it. You know, it's like, no, you go and buy a bunch of altcoins and you make the price go up. Yeah. I could never do that for Bitcoin. It'd be impossible, you know? So what we do is we track Bitcoin. When Bitcoin looks bullish, we trade altcoins bullishly. Just how we do, you know? It's the move, all right? So there's something to break down, you know? I did just buy Bitcoin. That Bitcoin buy is up now. Not a lot, but it is up, you know? It's funny, how crazy is this? It's up $33. You guys saw me, right? And I can't make this stuff up, but look. I bought $333 of it, and it's up 30. It was up 33 just a second ago, you know. That's how you make 1% overnight. Now, that just captured a quick gain, you know. And that's how it works. A lot of algorithms picked up on this inverted and they played it. That's the exact measured move. How did you know? How do you take the measured move? Let me clean it up for you. I'm going to just remove the shell here. You're going to take the exact wick to this wick, and you're not going to be stingy. This wick all the way to that wick, you're going to keep it clean. You're then going to swing it right here, and that's just the measured move, you know? And, you know, usually there's, I call spillover. You'll push out a little further, but usually that's about where you're going to go. Now you're overbought on the 15. It's likely you're going to get, you know, a sell-off here. You have to remember that's probably just a spike out, and this could be a fake out. We could end up back inside this pattern, and we can end up, you know, very well. This could just be a liquidity grab on tonight, and watch. After this, we could see a fake out and a dump to the downside. We want to see this complete a flag on a smaller time frame. Just like, you know, when we're dumping, we look for the bear flag to stop us. We look for some type of pattern to end the pain. Same thing here. Like, we want this to continue. For this to continue. So, like, when you keep seeing bear flags, I'm like, ah, man, we're probably going to... Remember, like, you guys know what I'm saying. Does everyone know what I'm saying? Like, because we've seen a few dumps live recently. We've seen, like, 4 or 5 dumps live. But, like, Bitcoin will be dumping live. We'll see the 1 hour make a nasty candle, and you'll see me flip into the 1 minute, the 30 second, the 5 minute, and you'll see me just draw on the bear flag. And then when it makes the bear flag and the stochastic's about to rip, I'm like, man, this looks like we're going to dump. This doesn't look good, you know? And I'll be like, ooh, you know, we need to make a bit of a flag here, yada, yada, yada. And then the flag, or, you know, we need to make an inverted or a double bottom. We don't. We keep making bear flags. They keep dumping or falling or rising wedges, right? Picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. So the idea here is now, yeah. So like this needs to make that same. So if we flip this upside down, right? So picture this being a dump, just like we were dumping the other day, right? And I was like, all right, Bitcoin's just going to keep making a bear flag. Then we're going to keep rolling over. So the same thing could happen, and we could keep rolling up. You get it? So now what we need is we need the 7 minute to roll over. It's going to be a good indication. And we need this to stay in a flag. That's how you know we're going to be bullish tonight. If this decides to roll back on the 7 minute and start to come back in a 10 in this area, then you know that this was a fake out shakeout. It's pretty simple to figure out the market maker using my strategies. I shouldn't give them away so easily. A lot of people say, but I believe I could die tomorrow, and I want to be remembered as a cool dude. And I do give away things that I know in my brain. But you know what? Honestly, even my wife said, even though you do this, she's like, people don't pick up what you're doing. Like, they can't fully understand, like, until they really join the group and get immersed in the Lifer way. But that's the Lifer way. And there's so much going on in here that will blow your mind, that'll get you kind of going in another direction, another idea. Clean breakout. Nice move for Bitcoin. Shout out to anyone that was watching us. Shout out to my update recently, right? I said, hey, we could easily break out of here. Chances that the higher probabilities we break down just because we're overbought on the 4-hour time frame, you see, and the 1 hour. But you're actually getting this bend, says there could even be some more upside to this. And that's why I want to see flags on these small time frames. That's why I want to see these bull flags. And this is what it is. Good time to take some profits. Why? Because the 7-minute is really far away from the 21-day moving average. Whenever the 7-minute gets away from the 21, look right there, perfect sell, perfect sell, perfect sell. You're also high above the dotted line. You'd be really surprised how when the RSI is above, 7 minutes above, how this could be a really good place to take some profit. You also wicked up on a Sunday night into Monday. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I'm just putting it out there. Ideas for Bitcoin. The good thing about this is Bitcoin's now bullish. This now has freed the fear of the altcoins. Tonight, altcoins could pump nicely on this idea because now Bitcoin could go sideways, kind of free all the other altcoins. So you look for altcoin setups that we posted, and the USDT pairs are probably in profit right now. I did open up a trade in OGN. We'll see where it goes. It's up a little bit, $39. I didn't put a lot. I'm still testing the waters. 2,500. You see, I have two take profits here. One there. Up about, a small, very small percent. 1.56%. Very little here on these trades tonight. Again, that's a long-term hold. That Bitcoin hold, funny. See, it is. Look, put 333 and we're up $33. It's just interesting how that all works out. And I put the money in right before Bitcoin pump. Should have leveraged trade that 100x. Right? I'm just messing. I don't do that. See, I'm not greedy. I'm okay with the idea that 4 or 5 years from now, I'll be in the money. A lot of people will leverage trade that for a lot of money many, many times. And then the last leverage trade after 30 or 40 leverage trades, even after a year or two, they'll lose like 100 or 200 grand and lose half of it or more. I'll slow like a snail, patiently just buy my Bitcoin. I'll still end up with more money than them. And that's what they don't realize. I'm telling you right now, the patient man always ends up with more than the flash by night, quick in and out, fast, get rich quick stuff. You'll never hear get rich quick stuff from me on my live. You'll never hear me flashing. I might do fun stuff with my life. Like you might see me rent a freaking car one day, just, like a Lamborghini just for fun to wild out. Like I might do fun stuff just to kind of feel free and just kind of be like to live my life. But I will never dangle like, oh, look at this, like get rich quick. No, crypto is not a get rich quick scheme. Crypto is a long-term investment in yourself and in your knowledge. And crypto is something that you need an education to survive in. And if you're not signing up for some type of course, learning, education, I believe you're going to do yourself a disservice like I did. And it took me way too long to get up to speed. And had I just kind of got on board a lot earlier, and eventually I paid the price of losing the money, and then I paid the price for the education. I'll tell you what, people have wrote me emails and they're like, I wanted to join your group, but I didn't want to pay $99. Like then I lost $30K. And then I thought, you know what? $99 a month wasn't that bad anymore, And I decided to get an education from you, and I'm really happy I did. I've gotten a few emails, not exactly verbatim, but they sound very similar to that thing. I've lost an exorbitant amount of money. Now I'm ready to find my education. Like it's almost like people that think they don't have money, they don't want to spend any money. Then they lose 5, 10, 15 grand, and they realize maybe it's time I spent some money and invested on myself and got an education, Okay, Super Chats, Mirror Protocol. Best 99 you can spend. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Lifer, question for you. If this is the button, you have bought enough crypto at these prices that you wanted, or have you been waiting for another pullback? I'm waiting for another pullback. But, Celtics, is that some sports ball team? Yeah. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to all my moderators in the house. We got Stack McChange. We got Zero Allegiance. We got Gina Bobina. All right. Let's say that again. We got Gina. All right. We got Zero Allegiance. We got East Jordan in the house. All right. We got Dustin Kava. Love you, Dustin. You're the man, dude. CJ Baker. That weekend, afraid you got into trouble for sweating too much. Yeah. You're oh, man, I love you, man. Dustin, I love you, man. You're too much. I love you. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Love Learning. Love you so much. No, thank you. If I don't ever answer anybody and you DM me something deep, please know I love you. And it's all in good frequency. It just means I'm so busy trying to take some time to be with my family or do something outside of the Discord. I get a lot of DMs a day. People always want to talk, say what's up. And I want to answer as many as I can. Put your hands up in the air. Wave them around like you just don't care. For the zero, man. Yo, why you mad at me? Because of the music. I've never mad at anybody. You know, I don't hold negative frequencies. You know, I'm always in a good mood. I just said, don't tell me what to do. You know? Yeah, two different things, you know? So, yeah, we just want to see what kind of flag we can make here for BTC. All right? Highly likely it's time to take some profits when you're this, because you're going to have to reconnect with the 21. I learned this the hard way, and I embedded it into my trading style. It's likely, but that was a nice move. We called it here on the channel, and we saw it happen live. It was pretty beautiful. Inverted head and shoulder that broke to the upside quite beautifully. All right? That was awesome. That was awesome. It's kind of cool because you can go back in time and watch the channel and see that play out, which is pretty nuts to me. That was nuts. But what I love about my channel, it shows anyone that thinks that TA doesn't play out, that technical analysis is useless, right? It just shows them that, like, no, it works very well. Like, let's see when we first kind of identified the inverted here. We bought the Bitcoin. We talked about a bunch of this in the hoopla. We did the weekly. We had some fun. We got into the nitty gritty. Here we go. Right around here is where we identified it, right? Wow, we do so much in this channel. Look how much, like, this is insanity. The nodes, like, wow, we've done a lot. It's only 9 o'clock. Wow, we've been going since 7:30, though. Unbelievable. There it is right there. You know? I want to see it when we didn't, you know, before I drew it, though. Before it pumped. Anyway, you guys were here. You saw it happen. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I just find it. There it is, though. We're talking about it. And we saw it here on the RSI. We talked about it seeing on how you could see it through multiple channels. And it broke out to the upside, just as we thought, you know? Just pretty interesting. Pretty awesome. Also, if you just broke it down, like it was in a flag, right? Like I was showing you. Also, like a bit of a bull flag, you know, with a measured move here. All right. And now we watch the 7-minute. Why the 7-minute? Because, you know, anything could happen. We could start pumping. It could be a short squeeze. Could also be happening on a Sunday night. Heavy volatility tonight. Still want it. Look, it still wants to go. 7-minute tells me that we're going to be somewhat close to the end here. Somewhere. We'll play around, but... Why the 7-minute? Well, it halves the 15 somewhat. And it's like a more obscure time frame. So, yeah. Can we do a live or stream from your sailboat one day? Yeah, definitely, Van. Anytime, man. I'll be there. I'll be there where the sailboat is for about 10 days. Sam, I got an email from an admin April 7th. I missed. He said I would be added to the Discord free, but I never got a link. The CME dealers are the most short exposed they have ever been, so a massive short squeeze is on the cards. Are we finally on BTC? You're funny. You're funny, Gina. Oh, do we finally get to Bitcoin? So we touched the dollar. We talked about the futures market here. The market on the futures, plus 38. Not a lot. I would like that to be a lot stronger of a bit of a move here. But we'll go from there, you know. We bought some bitty Bitcoin. Let's talk about the trade of the night that I'm in right now personally. When I'm in a trade, I make it really clear. Just want to make that clear. I'm in this trade right now. It's called OGN. Flat line in here and could bump. Getting close to the 21. Both of those things make me feel somewhat comfortable for a bit of a move. 22 is kind of coming down as we're flatlining. Another touch in the 21 also gives me some kind of juicy feelings, some good feels. Another thing I like here, you know, I'll do the Mark Wahlberg. So we're doing OGN, everybody. OGN looks real good, baby. It looks real good. I was at the gym, and when I saw OGN, I decided, you know, I'm going to go for OGN. I'm going to take it all the way. Because when Maki's don't worry, babe. I'm going to take care of it. Babe, I'm going to take care of it. I played a cop. I played a sniper. I played a fireman. I can do anything you need, babe. I can take care of it. Maki's here. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. All right? Listen, babe. Listen, I grew up in Boston. I know everything about Boston. It doesn't matter, babe. I'll never get lost. I'll be able to get there. I'll get the chicken wings. I'll come back home. I'll jump over a bus if I have to, babe. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll climb through the fire escape. It doesn't matter, babe. It doesn't matter. Gee, and I had to make you laugh after everything you went through tonight, you know? So this is my trade of the night. I like this trade. It's looking beautiful on the 4 hour. 1 hour is also pushing up. We had that move on Bitcoin. We could see a nice move here. 200-day moving average moving through the bottom of the pattern. There's a lot of feels here for OGN. A lot of feels for the OGN. Also, on the 1 hour time frame, you do see a bit of this. Look, swing up on that big boy. Let's go to the 4 hour on that. And then this swing is up, but not even as sharp. I know it is. It's a slight like class C hidden bullish, right? Slight class C hidden. Go to the 2 hour. I believe you do have like hidden bullish. You kind of have it, like, you know. And go to the 1 hour. I'm like, yeah, just go to a time frame till you get hidden bullish. But you have it here. That is like a flat line, and that is more to the all right. But it has feels. It has hidden bullish feels, but it's not there fully. Go to the daily. Is there hidden bullish on the daily? No, but you had bullish divergence here. You had exaggerated because this was flat. That pumped up. Look, support. You're back at that. You have an SR flip too as well. A lot of signs of bullishness here for OGN. Again, I am in the trade, so I want it to pump, but a lot of signs in this trade, man. A lot of signs of OGN. So, shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 333, 336 on our way to the move. And look, dude, we're continuing up to the measured move now. So I got to eat my words in that 7 minute, trying to make a flag here. Just wants to push out. Just go to the measured move, you know. Let's just see. The measured move will play out. The bots want to get where they want to get, you know. You are at resistance here. See this? This is why I made these two lines. See that? Because resistance, bounce, bounce, bounce. You know, 7 minute that far away. I mean, usually you are going to start to make a bit of a flag there. It's just something to think about. Sorry. Nice pump. Nice weekly pump tonight. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. Shout out to anyone that jumped on into any of the trades posted today. We don't give entries per se. No. What's the entry for OGN if we want to jump in now? Or ASAP, Sammy? We don't give entries, man. That's something you got to, we give people, that's like, you know, that's like I'm in a basketball game for you and you're like, yo, can you jump in and shoot the shot for me? And I'm like, no, because like you'll never learn how to shoot the shot. Like you got to learn how to, you got to take a shot. You got to find your entry. Make a flag in a small, zoom in and make a, if you've been watching me for a long time, then your answer is zoom in and make a flag, pennant, or wedge in a smaller time frame. Wait for it to touch the 21-day moving average and get snap happy. Like, you know, that's the answer, man. You've been watching my channel long enough to know that basically, I don't know where the entry is, but if you're looking for one, zoom in, make a pennant, flag, or wedge. And, you know, if you identify a pennant, flag, or wedge that makes sense to you, then jump on into that move. You see what I'm saying? Then jump on in. All right. So that's what I'm watching for Bitcoin in the 7 minute flag. See, I have it here. I believe this is your time to take some profits in the trades. Altcoins could pump depending. We got a bunch of altcoins coming your way. Someone asked about Mirror Protocol. Sorry about the early time. Sunday night, we do spend a lot of time on Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin's time. All right. Even though I love the alts and we talk about them, I do want to talk about Kucoin gems right now. If you're new and you want to get in, you know, and you're seeing money being made and you're like, how do people making money? What's going on? Well, let me just show you real fast before we, like, you look at this list of all these gems on Kucoin. Like, because a lot of people may not know this. You see my title tonight was like Kucoin gems, right? And you can't see now, but earlier today, right? These gems, we have 200% gains. You know, even right now, look, Forest Plus up 15, Jupiter up 16, Metal, right? IXS, Sol 3L finally bouncing back. You can play 3L and 3S, which are derivative 3L tokens. Tokens made huge gains today. This coin PLD up 200 and some odd % in 1 day. Plutonians, like in 2 or 3 days, up even Like it did a 20x or something. It was just sitting here at a penny and it went to 55 cents. Like this is insane. So literally just 2 days, on the 4th of June, it was down here. Okay. I'm not lying. And you think like, no, yes. This thing would go all the way up 1,159%. Hi, my name is Crypto Lifer. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm also known as Crypto Lifer on YouTube. And there's a reason why I trade Kucoin a lot. Someone actually chimed in and called me a Kucoin stud the other day. I laughed so hard. I thought it was pretty funny. But, you know, I was reading the comment section. But why do they call me that? Because I'm always on Kucoin. I search Kucoin far and wide. I love Kucoin. I have had Kucoin shares when they were $1. I bought them in 2017. Look at this coin that came out, early, had been playing on Kucoin for a while, called Plutonians. But it started to make a bit of a move here, and we started looking at it in my trading group. It was here at about like 0.08. Like it was like 8 cents down here. It would bang all the way up to about $1. I mean, that's insanity, especially in what we are called a bear market right now. Kucoin coins don't care. They're blasting off. They're booming to the upside. There is so much money to be made in Kucoin. It's pretty ridiculous. Also, when the market dumps, Kucoin gives you the 3S tokens, which are short derivative tokens that give you a 3x leverage when the market goes down, and you can trade them bullishly. It's a great way to take advantage of the market. I absolutely love it. We do this in my channel. We make money both ways. There's gains to be had. You can hit the link that you're going to see to this or to any other video that you're watching, and it will take you to the Welcome Center in my Discord. From there, you can just come and check out the gains and gains tab and see the gains we've been making. Like today, 5 a.m. posted, and by 5 in the afternoon, 12 hours later, 27% gains for Serve. How about this one, posted yesterday at 11 in the morning? By 2 in the afternoon, not much longer, this thing was up 21%. How about this one, 14% for Solve? We even said it should bounce right off the channel and move up. It did exactly as such. How about Sol 3S? When Sols had an issue with their system and they were shutting down, we had a cup and handle way back here, traded up for a 20. Then we put this out, this one for another 24% gains. This is all from June 1st to June 4th, 34%, 27%, 25%, 64%, June 2nd, 35%, June 2nd, 42%, June 1st. And none of the stop losses got hit. Some of these trades were made live. Waves we nailed for 83 before it started its big move. This all happened the end of May into June. So jump on into the trading group. If you like gains, if you want to learn, if you think this is exciting, Kucoin is the place to be. And we're going to show you the coins on Kucoin that really, really nail it. So Kucoin gems, baby. That's where the place to be. I'm Crypto Lifer. I go live every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Link in the description of every single video to referral to Kucoin. Helps out my channel and helps me out if you want to jump on in to Kucoin. I'd greatly appreciate it, and I'd love to see you in the trading group, or just come on to my live stream and have some fun. Send in a comment and be a part of the Lifer crew. Lifer gang for life. All right. Yeah. And there's red coins that are looking scrump, like, So now I start looking for, like, you want to look for 4 hours to reset and get crispy. Like NAKA, I wait for this to come back down. Like that it had a surge, because now when the 4 hour comes back down, it can get a bit of a move here. Okay. Same for XHV, right? Like that didn't play out. It flagged out here, didn't make the move. And that's great too, because the stochastics will bend and you won't make it above a resistance point. And that's when it tells you it's time to bail on the chart. Okay. Everyone, I'm out of here for the night. It is Sunday night. We had a wonderful weekly candle close. If you ask me, it was one of the greatest ever. I really, really appreciate it. I thank you so much. Yes, I didn't go through tons and tons and tons of stuff. CTSI is slapping. Let's see that. One thing I want to show you is that little gem I want to teach you before we get out of here. CTSI is slapping a little bit in a bit of a candle too, like kind of making this tight movement. You might see this bump out of here, even it might bump right now. See this? It's got a nice measured move here too. Would it be shoulder, head, and shoulder trying to make a move out of here? CTSI, something to think about. Gainers on gainers. We posted a lot of coins in the trading group, everybody. We have a lot in there for everyone to sink their teeth into. So jump on in there. There's so much to see, so much to look at. From me to my elite charters. And we're going to push forward. We've made a lot of gains in the last 4 or 5 days. We're going to continue to do so. I push forward. I don't take a day off, and my team respects the work ethic and really, really works just as hard, if not harder than I do, man. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to Rainier. Shout out to Stack. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to the other Kevin. Shout out to each and every one of you who are always there every day. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to everyone who helps the show. Shout out to everyone that shows up and who helps my channel get where it's going. 27,000 and more subscribers every single day. I greatly appreciate it. This week, I believe I'll be on BitBoy during the day. So look out for that. BitBoy Day Show Tuesday at around 11:20. That's going to be pretty interesting, pretty crazy. So I can't wait for that. See you all there. I'm excited for this amazing week. I'll also be on Around the Blockchain on Thursday at 5 p.m. And I'm also doing my show every single day. So you will see me a lot all over the internet. We will take over. I'll also be doing a collab with Crypto Love. Look out for that probably sometime later in the week as well. We'll be hitting you from every single angle. Shout out to everyone. I love you. Have a great night. Be safe. And, love your neighbor. Live in love. Do what you can. And you know what? Everything's going to be fine. Have a positive attitude. We could have seen the bottom. You never know. I just bought $3,333 worth of Bitcoin. And you know what? I could be wrong. I could be right. But you know what? I'm DCAing like I'm supposed to. And you know what? I may have just bought the bottom live in front of everybody. And we'll see. We'll see. Was I a legend or was I a fool? You know what? 4 or 5 years from now, I'll still be considered a legend regardless, I believe, from that buy. But that's what I think. And I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. And I'll see you all in the next live stream. Crypto is life. Peace. Thank you so much. Have a great day.